Well, I want to thank everybody for coming today on a Sunday. I know it's kind of a nice day outside. Last week I spoke with you guys about all the benefits and all the information on, kind of having a home garden. Today I'm going to tell you why you should have a home garden. Have you ever found that little spot in your backyard or thought about going to a community garden to do some planting? If you haven't yet, today I'm going to tell you why you should. It is very important to have fresh produce. Organic produce is always a lot better than the store-bought stuff that you get from the grocery store. And having stuff in season is always an added bonus. There was an article written from Sandra Mason from the University of Illinois Extension Office. Gardening connects you with nature and the rhythm of life. Gardening requires you to live in garden time. We all could use a lesson in slowing down. Studies have revealed just viewing a garden or nature has healthy psychological benefits. Gardening provides the regular physical activity listed in the prevention of heart disease, obesity, adult onset diabetes, and high blood pressure. Now, I don't know about you guys, but diabetes runs in my family, so if I can go out and pull some weeds for a couple minutes in my garden and maybe not have to take a shot, probably something worth doing. And it's really easy to grow a garden. A lot of people think it takes a lot of time and things like that. There's so many things that you can do so you don't have to be out there weeding. Cut your grass, save the clippings, and lay it in your garden. It serves as a weed barrier. So then you're not out there, every day pulling weeds so you have great produce. The top 10 easiest vegetables you can grow, according to Jenny Sigler from Sparks People magazine, are green beans, lettuce, cucumbers, spinach, tomatoes, radishes, summer squash, and basil. This right here, I've got 2 jars. This is dill pickle. This jar right here is bread and butter. I don't know if anybody knows how to make pickles. All you need is a cucumber plant. That's it. You just plant your cucumbers. When they're ready, you can do little baby dills if you want by picking them sooner, or go with the larger ones like those, so you just need 1 on your hamburger bun. All you do is slice them up, vinegar, water, throw them in a water bath canner. You're probably spending maybe $1.50 on a jar of pickles versus, what, $4.50, $5, at the grocery store for a jar of pickles. So I don't see why you wouldn't want to just go plant some cucumbers. Plus the cucumber salad in the middle of summer with a little bit of vinegar. I mean, who can go wrong there? And also, according to a contributor with Instructables.com, how you can homemade salsa. Homemade salsa is probably, in my opinion, the easiest to can. According to this contributor, he says all you need is a large crock pot, or a large cooking pot, a canner, or a large stock pot. This right here is what I use. This is a water bath canner. All you do is heat the water to boiling, put it on the stove, put your jars in it, set your timer for whatever you need. Salsa takes about 10 minutes. So it's really not that hard to do salsa. You also need to have, an empty mason jar. You can buy the lids and the seals that go with them for a couple bucks for a dozen of them. So to make salsa, you're probably spending on a quart jar $1.50. And I think if you go buy the stuff in the store, you're probably spending $2.50, $3. And in my opinion, kind of tastes like dirt. There's nothing better than the middle of winter watching football and cracking open up a jar of homemade salsa to eat with your chips. So how much money do you really save by having a gardening and canning? You would honestly be surprised. According to Mother Earth News, you can save more than 75% canning and more than 80% by freezing your produce. Freezing is easy. I do a lot of peppers. When I get my salsa done for the season, I cut them all up into slices, put them in a bag, throw them in the freezer. You have them there all year round. They actually have a chart that says if you buy a can of peaches from the store, you're looking at around $1.99 to $2.59 per 16 ounce. However, if you make your own can of peaches, you're paying about $1 for 16 ounces of peaches. Open that up in the middle of the winter, peach cobbler, fresh. It sure beats store-bought. So why would you say no to canning? I mean, besides the cost, let's face it, everyone likes to save money. Okay, so saving money is great. I think we all think that. But feeling better is also very important. I know that when I spend time in my garden, I feel so much better. I put my music in my ears, turn it up really loud, and play in my garden for hours. According to Ann Harding's article in Health magazine titled Why Gardening is Good for Your Health, there's a study conducted in Norway that people have been diagnosed with depression, persistent low moods, or bipolar disorders spent 6 hours a week in a garden, tending flowers, taking care of vegetables. After 3 months, half the participants had experienced a measurable improvement in their depression system. So, you're crabby, people are making you mad, go out in the garden. Spend about 5 minutes, be amazed at how different your outlook is on life in general, and you kind of forget about what it is that you were kind of upset about to begin with or down about. What's more, their mood continued to be better after 3 months of gardening. And then after the program ended, they were still in a better mood. Also in her article, she states, when you sit at a desk all day, there's something about literally putting your hands in the dirt, digging, and actually creating something that's really beautiful. There's something about just being out there that feels kind of elemental. When you do something, when you are out there canning and gardening, and it is something that you created, I think everybody feels better about their product. You know, I really feel that you care a little bit more and you spend a little bit more time on stuff and you kind of appreciate it a little bit more the harder work you do. So I don't know about you, but I can't think of any other or better reason than to get out there and get your hands dirty, saving money and feeling amazing. I mean, that's just wonderful. So tell me, why don't you have a garden? Get out there this fall, plot where you want your garden, till it up, and in the spring, get out there, plant, feel better, eat better, and just be happy. Take 5 minutes out of your day, go out there and garden. I promise you, it is probably going to be one of the best things that you've ever done for your pocketbook, your health, and especially your mental health. So again, why not? Go pick a plot, 5 foot. Even if you don't have a backyard, people do it in bathtubs. You can get old tire rims, fill it up with some good soil, tomato plants. They even have upside down ones that you can hang from your gutters to grow tomatoes. So get out there, get healthier, and start canning and planting a garden.